Earlier today, an employee at Nintendo made a very big mistake. Well, what do I mean by this? What you see on screen. Nintendo accidentally had uh, a page on their website dedicated to a new Mario and Rabbids game. They've now taken it down, as you can see here, which makes sense. It is left up for a surprisingly long time, so people are able to get a good couple screenshots in. Uh, I have screenshots of it as well, but I cannot really be bothered. The main thing that they show off is that the game looks a lot better graphically. This could be pointing towards the Switch Pro, or what I'm thinking is that a lot more budget has been put into this game, because first one did so well. The thing about the first game is that it was kind of a gamble. I mean, Mario with Rabbids, and Rabbids, Rayman isn't the biggest, so a spin-off of Rayman is even smaller than that. Actually, it's quite a lot bigger, because Rabbids have had a lot more games and shows and stuff like that. But still. But ended up paying off because the gameplay was really fun. The music was really enjoyable. Just everything about it was just quite good. But yeah, as you can see here, it's called Sparks of Hope. I saw this name being thrown about around a week ago by a good couple leakers. Especially the one that said Mario and Luigi is going to be coming to Switch in 2022, so that's good. Speaking of which, title releases in 2022. So let's just have a funny look. Luigi. It's a good sign Luigi's in the game. In one of the other screenshots, we can see Rabbid Luigi, so I think they both make a reappearance. Peach now has her umbrella, but with a cannon, because why not? We also see Rabbid Peach. Bowser's here as well. I don't think he's the main villain of this game. I think just the way that they have him here, it almost makes me think that he's going to be one of the main teammates. On the website, it said you can team up with 9 different people. If we count here, we only see 7. But then on the website, we saw the picture of Luigi, which means 8. So there's still one left. And once again, that's just assuming that Bowser is going to be one of the teammates, which he might not be. You know, he's quite a big boy. Maybe he won't be. This person here, I don't know who that is. To me, it kind of reminds me of some of the Koopalings, like especially with the hair. Like maybe they've just mushed them all together into that thing. I don't know. Here we see a spaceship, so who knows, maybe you get to go to space. It makes sense since Rosalina. Maybe we're going to see the normal version of Rosalina, and that's the 9th party member. Maybe we won't. The fact that it's unbalanced, that we have 9 instead of 8 like the previous game, makes you think that there's going to be one character that is by themselves without a Rabbid version. And that can make sense for Bowser, or this one, or that one. I don't know. As we can see here, this abomination is a Luma mixed with a Rabbid. I think they're called Sparks. I cannot remember. But they are useful in battle. They do funny things. What funny things? We'll find out later. So today is Ubisoft's E3 presentation. This is Star B3. And I don't think they've actually had the presentation yet, but what I'm assuming is that this game gets shown off a tiny bit there, and then it's expanded on Tuesday's Direct. So, yeah. Look, it is real. We're actually getting a Mario & Rabbids sequel, which is something that I really hoped for, as I said before, because, being honest, Mario & Rabbids is probably my favorite game on the Switch. I just, as I said, really enjoyed the music, really enjoyed everything about it. So, I did talk a little bit about what I would want to see in the game. But then something came up, I had to leave, and during this time I was constantly looking at my phone during the Ubisoft presentation because I thought they might show off the new Mario & Rabbids there, especially with how it was leaked earlier today. And they did. And I saw 2 seconds of the trailer showing that they're in space, which I called that. During the bit that I've now cut out, I said that I wanted to see Wario and Waluigi. I said that I wanted it to not be just in the Mushroom Kingdom with your regular stuff and have Bowser be the villain and all that kind of things. That I want it to be, unique. Yeah, that was like my 2 big things. I want to see Wario and Waluigi, and I want to see it be unique. And by the looks of the first 2 seconds, seems to be unique. But what about the rest of the seconds? Wouldn't it be funny if I broke this down the entire time by constantly pressing pause? I think that would be pretty funny, I think. Spaceship, final destination.
We are now approaching our destination.
Told you it's Final Destination. Rabbid. Rabbid Peach. Mario. I don't know if you know this, but that one right there, that's Mario. And she still got her phone. She didn't upgrade. Luma. Music that sounds like the beginning of Banjo-Kazooie. Grant Kirkhope must still be the funny man making music. Luma. Abomination. I hate you. You are disgusting. Everything's terrible. Luigi. Peach.
Vast energy anomaly detected.
It has Luigi, so it must be good. Oh. So is this like Mario Galaxy 3 or... Look, Lumas. So it's the end of Mario Galaxy 1. Ah, I get it now. Oh look, it's Waluigi's hand. Corpses. Yep, that's Waluigi. Look at him. That's the upside down L, and yeah. Oh, look how cinematic it is. That's how the game's gonna look. Alright, we got another abomination. A new weapon for Rabbid Peach. New weapons for Mario, which we saw earlier. Funny ship. Ship looks like it is in the style of the Beepo Man from the first game. I really like the remix of the Observatory from Galaxy. Also, she's really reminding me of some concept art from Mario Odyssey, where they had Rosalina. Right, it's got leaves, that's a good sign. Any game with leaves in it has a chance of being good. Also, if your game doesn't have leaves in it, it has a chance of being good. Oh look, it isn't Bowser. That's good. It's a cat. So this is the sequel to Bowser's Fury we've all wanted. Oh, Bob-ombs. Now that I think about it, we didn't actually see that many normal Mario enemies in the first game. Which is good, because they're showing off so much of the time everywhere else. So... that is a very big man. Look at him, he's like at least... that's at least like 4 feet. Bow. Abomination. Abomination, abomination, abomination. 2022. Yeah, as I said earlier, I think. 2022. Ugh. Man, 2021 sucks. I want to skip to that year. That's a cool year. Master Hand. Crazy Hand. Wait. Yes. Tower? Yep, this is definitely a Ubisoft game. Also, Bowser's Fury has towers. Oh, we didn't actually see any of her in the trailer now that I think about it. Or him. I miss you. Goombas we didn't see. I didn't talk about these guys. They kind of remind me of Match Koopas. They completely aren't, but they remind me of them. Alongside this, they also posted a gameplay sneak peek. So let's have a little look at that. Okay. This seems to be a beachside location. That's good. It's a new area. That's another thing I wanted to bring up in my video was I wanted to see areas be new. Like, not only do I want it to be outside of the Mushroom Kingdom, but I want it to be strange areas. So, seems to be a nice beachside city as well. Kind of reminds me of... what's that one where Sonic turns into a hedgehog? I've forgotten the name of it. It reminds me of that. I've only ever seen the first level of that game. Is it even the first level? I don't know. We've got Funny Statue with Homer Donut. I think we saw those glasses in the last game. That's right, glasses can be a reference. Overall, the design looks a lot more open. The thing about the first game is that there's a lot of narrow paths like that, with maybe 1 or 2 more open areas, but you could still only go one way. You've actually got the enemies just walking about instead of just having flags where, oh, go past this area and now you're fighting. So that's new and good. Another view. Let's see what we can see here. Another Bob-omb. They've got very bright glowing eyes. Seems like this is behind the city we saw earlier. Looks like a giant tent, giant sausage, waterfall. Oh, here's a closer look at the town. We've got a tower here. Burb. We've got a rabbit just chilling with a drink. It is... Oh! Okay, everything's on fire now. It kind of looks like weird tentacles. Like the funny tentacle purple guy we saw earlier. This person no longer has his cannon and is now very afraid. It's raining. Here comes the ship. It's nothing like it did in the trailer. Oh. Oh. Oops. She doesn't like rain. Okay, so, Funny Beat Man is back. Controlling everyone. Well, not controlling them. It's not like the previous game where he was right on the floor and they were following him in a line. They're a lot more of a triangle formation. Seems to be the same area as earlier. Well, it definitely is. This is the big area we saw in front of the town. So yeah, I like how you can have not just Mario in the front. Maybe that means you won't have to have Mario in the party. That's one. Another thing I really dislike about the first game is that you had to have Mario and you had to have one Rabbid character. And just, I don't like Mario. Mario wasn't that cool in that game. I wanted a team of Luigi, because bang, long gun, Rabbid Luigi because cool, and Peach because funny healing, and shotgun. Alright, new location. Actually, that was a new location. I am stupid. Also, he has a new look. Kind of. Yeah, previously it's just a big green shirt, now he's got the overalls. Snow. Rabbid. Once again, it still looks more open. And the enemies we can see with 2 red eyes, it seems to be the same enemies so far. So that could mean either A, this is just one of the worlds and you travel to different ones, and worlds will change up enemies, or B, those are the only 2 enemies in the game. Or C, this is early on. Yeah, look, once again, this seems to still be the snow area, so this could just be what it looks like early on in the game. That looks like the purple guy. The man behind the slaughter. We got statues of Rabbids, I think. Yeah, these images are a bit blurry. Yes, that purple there, it does look like the funny villain of the game. That might also be it. I don't know. Okay, there's crabs. That's good. If you have crabs, that's wonderful. Okay, so we've got like a merchant kind of guy. Oh, I did it again. I should really stop doing that. Mirror here. Yep, funny merchant man. We've also got more of the black goop over here and another destroyed structure. He seems to have a compass. Maybe he tells you where to go. He seems to be a recurring character, maybe, especially with how much stuff is on his bag. Oh, we've got Poseidon. More black goop and a vase. Or a vase. Maybe there'll be goop or blooper in this game. That'd be nice. I think this might be underneath the big mansion place that we saw earlier, but at the same time, that was in the snow. So, we see paintings, and see this man. Actually, that was a new enemy, that's good. So, okay, so when you enter combat, it just takes you to hell, and now you fight the enemies. That looks a lot smoother. Looks a lot less grid-based than in the first game, which could be a bad thing, could be a good thing. I think part of the reason why a lot of people liked Mario and Rabbids was because unlike something like XCOM, is a lot more simple. Like, if the enemy is in your sight and not hiding behind anything, 100% chance. If they're hiding behind half a thing, 50. If they're hiding behind a full thing, 100. Like, it was quite simple. But yeah, that could just, it looks a lot smoother. And also you actually have to use Funny Beat Man. Oh, and your actual enemies you have affects it. Rabbid Luigi seems to have a new weapon. Also, at the start of the game, you seem to have the team of 3. Maybe the team splits up. So for the first bit of the game, it's you, and Rabbid Luigi. Second part, it's some other group of members. Who knows? Oh, they've got me weapon. Oh, so Mario can shoot 2 different enemies at once. That's actually really useful. we've got this character, which... I already know what people are starting to do to her. They're getting out their pens, or their digital pens now, and... Yep, a lot of people like that. Oh, jealousy, cool. So they're still hiding behind cover, that's good. There's still chest high walls. That's the most important part of the game. Earlier on, I think we discussed these guys will give you powers, which was said in the website. Oh, so that's either fire or it's the funny thing at the end of the... Well, not the end, the entirety of the first game. You know, the big swirly. So, yeah. It looks really good. Like, really, really good. I'm gonna watch over it 1 or 2 more times and then continue on with funny gameplay that I've already recorded. Yeah, that's right. No effort for me. I don't have to record games, just have to talk about them, which is the harder part. Yeah, baby. Woo. So, I've looked over the trailer a couple times, and... yes. As I said while actually watching it, it looks really interesting, and that's one of the most less interesting things you can say about it. They've definitely got a much bigger budget. I said, I think earlier, that due to how popular their first game was, now they're putting a lot more money into this idea, because, you know, originally it was quite a risky move. I mean, Mario with Rabbids, you know, it'd make more sense for Mario and Rayman since they have such similar gameplay styles, and put them into a strategy game with guns. None of that mixes together, and it's made by Ubisoft. All that mixed together, it shouldn't work, but it worked perfectly. And because of that, now they're going, okay, this is definitely good IP, let's put a lot more money into this, let's put more effort. I'm not saying the first game had no effort to put into it, but this game there seems to be a lot more, just bigger team, more people putting work in, stuff like that. You can see this just in the trailer itself for it, since the first game's trailer, it looked good, but it looked more like the game, while this one was super detailed. And as well as that, the game itself, it's a lot bigger, there's a lot more different stuff to it. That makes me think that this game will be longer. Another thing I was going to discuss before this rudely happened. It'll definitely be bigger, I think. We only saw 2 locations there. Or just, it could be the same world, could be 2 different worlds. We only saw 3 enemies. Once again, another problem with the first game, which I've been saying a lot, is you had the same, like, 5 enemy types that were then recycled. Like, yes, they slowly introduced more into the game, but then reused them for every area afterwards. Like, in the first area, you had normal guys, springy guys, and funny block men. And then the next area, they introduced the healy guys and the shield men. And then after that, they introduced more, and then after that, more. Which I know, but I couldn't be bothered to tell them to you. So, I just hope that the enemy variety is just more enemies, more bosses. You seem to fight the guy that we saw jump onto the ship a lot earlier on than I was anticipating. I know that the main final boss is going to be the big purple tentacle man, but still, I didn't expect us to fight the weird cat person so early on. I'm sorry for not having better names for these. I am very tired, and to my knowledge, most of these don't have a character name yet. As I said, tired. Maybe the purple person has a name. I could look into that right now, but I probably forget it. Heck, it's probably said somewhere. I had read it somewhere, but forgotten. One part that wasn't uploaded to the Nintendo channel, but was on the Ubisoft forward or whatever it's called itself, was just the team talking about the game. Not that much info was revealed, other than the fact that there are going to be some surprises, which, issue that I had with the first game, they kind of already showed off every single character in the game. Like, box art showed off all 8 characters. It showed off that you had Yoshi's later on. And, yeah, Peach and Rabbid Mario, those ones weren't surprising. And when we saw Rabbid Luigi at the start of the game, you know, people expected Luigi. So, but like the Yoshis, that is a surprise that was kind of ruined. Albeit, I don't think anybody was really going, oh, Yoshi, yo, woo! But still. So, I'm happy that they are hiding some of the characters. Who will these characters be? I'm placing my money on Wario or Waluigi. The game website said that only 9 characters. and 8 have been shown off, because it seems that we have Rabbid Mario, Rabbid Luigi, and Rabbid Peach returning. So that seems to only leave one character, and that's gotta be Waluigi. It has to be, or Wario. I'll accept Wario, but I'd much rather have Funny Purple Man fight against Big Purple Man with tentacles. So the story is what I wanted, and by that I mean it's not Bowser bad man, or Rabbid Bowser exists and he a bad man. It's something new, and I think having it be in space definitely opens up a lot more possibilities for enemy types and locations. Like, you could get really weird with this stuff. Also, why are Rabbids everywhere in the universe? Why are Rabbids combined with Lumas? Why is there so many? Like, I get one, but why is there so many? So, the gameplay looks a lot more open than the first game. As I said earlier, first game, it was really just straightforward. You go from one area to the next area, enemies were always in one certain spot. Now, you can actually move around the enemies, skip combat stuff, and I think the way that they've handled it is very interesting. It's like in a Mario and Luigi or Paper Mario title where the enemies are there, you bump into them, now you're fighting them. It doesn't follow along with other RPGs where enemies are here now. Hello, hi. My computer changed color, what? Also, moving around the place, it seems to just be in a different way. Maybe you can also change which order the teammates are in, which matters somehow. My main thing is, seeing Rabbid Peach in the front makes me think that Mario is not a necessary member, which, God, I hope so. He does look interesting now with his 2 guns, but he's still most likely going to play the same. Like, other than maybe just 2 new specials, he's still probably going to have his one where if he sees an enemy move, bang, I shot you in the leg, you can't move anymore, haha. And his abilities to team jump off of someone, then stomp on an enemy, and all that. But maybe he won't. That's the thing. We didn't actually see the selection of what to do in the game. All we saw was them moving about a lot smoother, and how it didn't seem to be grid-based like in the first game, which I have my worries of, because maybe it'll just make it a lot more clunkier, maybe it'll remove the simplicity, which is why so many were drawn to the first game. Or maybe it's going to turn out amazingly and everyone's going to be happy. Hopefully the second one. Grant Kirkhope is doing the score for this game, which I am quite happy for. He did an amazing job with the first game. I loved his remixes of previous themes. I loved his new themes. I loved the Donkey Kong DLC. That was amazing. Really good. One thing I kind of wanted to see was a Banjo-Kazooie version of that, where you got to fight like a Rabbid Gruntilda along with Gruntilda, and Banjo's weapon is Kazooie, but you just put new different types of eggs in them. It would have been fun. You know, maybe even have a little Rabbid Mumbo Jumbo. Why not? Have Rabbid Luigi be the one teleported there. Could be fun. But no, sadly instead we're getting an amazing sequel. So yeah, sorry for this video having very little structure. I was caught very off guard with it actually showing up. Usually in videos I kind of have a general plan in my head. This one I didn't. I'm just going in full monkey brain mode going, I like this game, it looks good. Please have Waluigi in it. Yeah. So, will they show this off at E3 itself? That's right, I said E3 in the title, now I can include it in the road to E3, haha. Will they show it off there? They've shown it off fully here, but not everybody watches it, but then they uploaded it to their channel. So will they still do it? Maybe. I really hope that they don't, honestly. Like, unless it's new details, which at the same time I kind of don't want them to have, then no, because otherwise that's time being cut into the direct, which could be spent showing off more of Luigi. Like, if there has to be some mention to it in there, I want it to be quite short, maybe 2 minutes long, 3 minutes, but still, 3 minutes, that's no, I want more time to show off Mario and Luigi 7. Anyway, that's everything, gamer man. You might see more videos. I mean, you know, it's gonna be Sunday in like 40 minutes after me recording this, and then that's when E3 happens for Xbox. Does that say Xbox? I have it written on my calendar. It says Xbox. Then the day after, Monday, I don't know what the hell's happening there. I don't care. Day after is Nintendo, so expect at least like 3 more videos, maybe. Bye bye.